Welcome to the HCAP Interior Health Specific Pre-Orientation. This pre-orientation video is meant for interior health employees only. And please ensure that you have also watched the general pre-orientation video that is meant for all HCAP employees. Both of these recordings can be found on the external Interior Health HCAP website. In this presentation, we will look at the two-factor authentication process and how to access and use Interior Health's iLearn system. For the remainder of your HCAP orientation, you will require two-factor authentication to complete your orientation. You will need to have this two-factor authentication be set up on site on an interior health computer with your manager or a site designate. Please see the pre-orientation checklist for details. This checklist can be found attached to the hiring email that you received from the Interior Health Recruitment Department when you were hired. These are examples of the pre-orientation checklists that you need to review and have completed before your orientation begins. Your manager's name and contact information is located in the virtual introduction email that you received from the recruitment department upon hire. The checklist on the left is the pre-orientation checklist required for those of you hired to long-term care. And the checklist on the right is the pre-orientation checklist required for those of you hired into home health. This flow chart outlines the two phases of the HCAP program. The first phase, shown in orange, outlines your orientation. The second phase, shown in green, is your healthcare assistant education. You are entering the orientation phase. What does this look like? You should have already received a virtual introduction email from the recruitment department that will provide you with your work site and your local manager name. Please ensure to follow the directions given to you from the recruitment department to complete all the information they need. Also, within that same email, you will receive the pre-orientation checklist. This checklist will help to guide you through the next steps we will talk about over the next few minutes here. Once you submit hiring documents to the recruitment department, they can complete the hiring process. This will trigger the Interior Health Access team to notify you and your manager of your personal Interior Health Access login and password. Unfortunately, this login information can only be distributed to your manager and is sent to your new IH email address that you do not yet have access to. Therefore, we ask you to connect with your local manager or designate to set up a meeting at your worksite. Please make sure that you telephone or email your manager before just going on site, as they might not have received this information from the access team yet. And we would hate to waste anyone's time with two trips. When you do meet with your manager, They will provide you with your login information and will assist you to log in to the IH platforms, set up your two-factor authentication, enter your banking information, and ensure you know how to access your Interior Health email from home. All communication from Interior Health will be sent to your IH email once you have your email all set up. The next step in the orientation phase is to complete the Provincial Learning Hub orientation. You will complete this on the Provincial Health Services Learning Hub and will need to create an account. You can use either your personal email or your Interior Health email to create your account. Note that you do not need to have access to Interior Health for this step of your orientation. All you will need is access to a computer with working internet. You will see a direct link to the Learning Hub for the course name you need to complete in the generic orientation video that you will have reviewed before seeing this one. Once the mandatory Provincial Learning Hub certificate is complete, your orientation will change focus to Interior Health specific orientation requirements. The Interior Health specific orientation includes IH policies and iLearn modules to complete. You will not be able to start this part of your orientation if you have not had your on site meeting with your manager. It is essential that you have IH access to the IH network in order to complete any further orientation. Once your online orientation is complete, you will then progress to on site orientation at the work site you were hired to work at. This is often referred to as your home work site. For those of you hired to work at a long term care facility, you will either go directly to school or you will work as a healthcare support worker until you gain entrance to the health care assistant program at your post-secondary institute. For those of you hired to work for home health, you will complete shadow shifts with a community health worker. You will only ever complete shadow shifts along with another worker. You will then go directly to healthcare assistant education with your post-secondary institute. iSight, iLearn, and WebMail are all different interior health platforms that you will need to be familiar with. The following slides will explain how to access these platforms using your two-factor authentication and will explain what two-factor authentication is. Please follow your pre-orientation checklist on how to set this interior health specific access up with your site manager. Interior Health has implemented two-factor authentication to provide greater protection for the private and confidential information in our care. Two-factor authentication is a security process in which the user provides two types of identification, one of which is something users know, and the other is something the user has. So, how do I use two factor authentication? Well, interior health employees who wish to access iSight, iLearn, IH Webmail, or IH Anywhere from outside of an interior health facility will need to have this access set up. This is essential for access to your orientation materials, and without this access, you will not be able to complete your orientation. Note that the first time you are setting up this access, you must register while logged into the IH network at an IH site. This screen shows a typical interior health login page for any of those platforms. The login page shows you step one of the authentication process. This is something you already have and know. So to log in on this page, you will use your interior health, mnemonic, and password. You will then click log on. Your mnemonic is your personal identifier with interior health and is a combination of letters from your last name, your first name, and a numerical digit. Please note that you will not be able to log on at home until you have logged on at least once on site at your interior health facility. As a reminder, when you go to meet your manager on site, you will complete the steps in your pre-orientation checklist. Once you click that log on button from the previous screen, you will be prompted to select where you would like a 6-digit code to be sent to. This code is used for the second step of your authentication. Once clicking a selection, you should immediately receive your 6-digit passcode. Passcodes do expire quickly, so if you do not get an email or text response within a few minutes, please try again. After selecting your passcode destination, you will be prompted that a passcode has been sent. Please click on the Click Here to continue to get to the next screen. At this screen, enter the 6-digit passcode that was sent to your phone or email and click the Log On button. After clicking Log On, you will have access to the IH platform that you are trying to log into. We will now go through and show you how to access using your two-factor authentication to the iLearn system. iLearn is Interior Health's learning center. The rest of your Health Career Access Program orientation will be completed through a course in iLearn. Over the next slides, you will learn how to access iLearn. You will also learn to request help if you run into any problems in iLearn. So let's begin. The easiest way to get to iLearn is to click the link in your orientation checklist. You may get to it by opening an internet browser and typing ilearn.interiorhealth.ca into the web browser. Once we are on this screen, we will log into iLearn. If you are on an interior health computer at a facility, things may look different and you will not need to complete the following steps. Log in by providing your username and password. These you should already have and know. Again, your username is your IH mnemonic, which is your personal IH identification, and your password you would have set up the first time you went on site with your manager. If you have forgotten your password, please contact the service desk at 1-855-242-1300 to have it reset. Type your username and password in the indicated boxes and click Log On. After clicking Log On, you will be asked to choose how you will receive your two-factor authentication passcode. The options you see may be different depending on how you set up two-factor authentication the first time you were on site. After you click one of the methods, you should receive your 6-digit passcode within a few seconds. Passcodes do expire within a couple of minutes, so if you do not get an email or text message, please try again. Be aware if you have not been on site to set up your email and profile, you will not receive your 6-digit passcode. After selecting your passcode destination, you will be prompted that a passcode has been sent. After you have received the 6-digit passcode, click on the Click Here to Continue button. This will take you to the next login screen. On this screen, we will enter the 6-digit passcode that we have just received through the text message or email. Your password can only be used once and will expire in 10 minutes time. Type it into the password field and click Log On to continue. Great, you have logged into iLearn. This is the home page that should appear for you. If you are ever lost within iLearn, you may return here to this menu by pressing Home on the top of the menu bar. Now we will search and register in the HCAP orientation course. Click Search Courses on this screen to begin. You will now be taken to the course catalog screen. There are many fields we can use to search, but today we will use the course ID to find the HCAP orientation course. If you are a home health employee, type 3482 into the course ID field. Again, home health is 3482. If you are a long-term care employee, please type in code 3483. Again, that is course code 3483 for long-term care employees. It's a good idea to write down the course ID required for your program. After you have entered the course ID into the box, please click on the search button. The page will reload and we will scroll down to view the search results. Scroll down to view the search results and look for the course that matches the course ID you wrote down. it will show up on the left-hand side, and it will say either 3482 or 3483. This screen just is an example of what you would find when you are completing these steps live in the process. Well, after you find your course ID in the list, you are going to go over and click on the Request button. After clicking Request, you are taken to a new screen where you have received a notification that you have been registered successfully in the course. The course will now be available in the self-selected section of your My Learning Opportunities page. This is also the home page for iLearn. Let's go there by clicking My Learning Opportunities or by clicking Home at the top menu bar. We have been taken back to iLearn's homepage, also called My Learning Opportunities. We can find the course New Courses we have requested under Self-Selected. Go ahead and click on Self-Selected, and you will then see your program courses listed under your learning opportunities. Locate the course, and when you are ready, click to launch. Push that button to start the course. A new tab will open in your browser. On this new tab, we can see the learning outcomes of the course name we selected and another button that says Launch. We're going to go ahead and click the Launch button to start the course. A new window will appear that will contain your HCAP orientation course. You will now begin your training. There are only a few more slides in this presentation. If you ever run into issues with a course, just return to the home page of iLearn to report the problem. This is how you can report help. Again, you will need to go to ilearn.interiorhealth.ca if you are not already logged into the course or into the iLearn platform, I should say. At this screen, at your iLearn home screen or iLearn My Learning Opportunities screen, you will hover over the iLearn Help menu option, and you will scroll down to Contact iLearn Support. An email will automatically be generated for you to send to the iLearn support team. Please include as many details as you can in the email box to send to the iLearn team. Once you have completed filling in your details, simply click Send and your email will be sent. Somebody from the iLearn team will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. IH Anywhere is a way for interior health employees to access the inside net when you are outside of an IH facility. The inside net is the system that interior health uses to share information and allow access to interior health specific information and platforms. You will all be granted IH Anywhere access for 2 weeks in order to complete orientation. Please follow the directions provided in the link for IH Anywhere that you will see in your orientation checklist. You will receive this checklist on day 1 of your orientation with Interior Health. If you have any concerns or issues with logging on to IH Webmail, iSight, iLearn, or IH Anywhere, please call the service desk. We will also ensure to include this service desk contact information within your orientation checklist you will receive on day 1 of your interior health orientation. Interior health email. As part of the HCAP program, it is very important for you to check your IH email. We ask that during your orientation, you have your webmail open from 8 till 4 so we can contact you right away if we need to share information with you. Once you start your healthcare assistant program at school, you will need to continue to regularly check your emails at least once a week. The Health Career Access Program is growing and ever changing. As such, the HCAP team is constantly sending out pertinent updates, changes, and newsletters via IH email. It is also important that you only use your IH email to communicate with your HCAP team. If you are new to IH and do not have your IH email set up yet, please don't panic. Your HCAP team will continue to send to your personal email until you have this set up. So, what's next? An HCAP team member will email you orientation instructions 1 week prior to your orientation start date. So stay tuned and good luck with your Health Career Access Program journey. Thank you.